Welcome back, everybody, to Forward Under the Stars. We're doing another video sooner rather than later. Still a little later than I wanted it to be, but definitely a lot sooner than the last one. I'm going to be doing some AI stuff, and I thought it would be kind of fun to showcase it. One of the biggest issues I ran into was that the fighters kind of just stood there and took damage, and they died pretty quickly. So this time around, I've done a little bit of tweaking with their AI system, and we're just going to see how they do in combat. Spoiler alert, I've already tested this, and I wouldn't be doing a video if it didn't do better at least. But anyway, here's the go. So what I'm going to first and foremost do is set these guys to Patrol Extraction Site 01, which is where we are right now. And now I think it's time for the fun to begin. And it's going to begin pretty quickly. So here we go. Boom. There we go. We've got a destroyer and several fighters. I'm going to go ahead and help my fighter buddies out. One of the fun things I've mentioned previously in videos is that oftentimes you really have to think a lot about what you're doing in game and what strategy you want to take. I'm going to switch to... There we go. I think that's more fun. And fighting is definitely one of the major cases of that. It may seem, you know, the missiles that we fire actually do a lot more damage to the destroyer than they do the fighters. So at first glance, you may be thinking to yourself, well, then we should probably save those up for the destroyer. And that makes a lot of sense. But since we're just a group of fighters, they're going to start using their missiles against us. So if we want to compete against them, we need to basically fight fire with fire here, and that's kind of the goal. But as you'll see right now, it looks like the AI is doing a pretty good job. They are really hard to hit, and yeah, they just keep kind of flying around. They're not staying put at all, which is fantastic. That's exactly what I was going for. Let's see if I can get that. Boom. Oh, that was nice. That was kind of satisfying, in fact. All right. So let me see if I can lock this guy on. He's not moving a whole lot. Oop, part of that hit. That was actually not half bad at all. And he's gone. Alright, I think we may just be at the destroyer now. Which, again, pretty fantastic. That means our... Oh, no, we got one more. Let me see if I can... Oh, two more. I guess there's actually quite a few of them left. Very, very, very important... I'm going to miss that. Yep, okay. It's fun to watch them orbit their targets, but it's also a pretty good sign you screwed up. Let me see if this will get them. Ah, dang. So tough. Come on. He's outmaneuvering me, but let's see. Actually, I don't think he is. I think he was just flying towards me. So these do maneuver fairly well in space, but not the greatest all the time. So, oh my gosh, I'm just getting lit up today. Am I the only one left of my team? Nope, we got quite a few still. That's good. But everybody has definitely seen some damage. Now we have a limited number of missiles too, so that is going to be a problem. I'm going to go ahead and have my team just start straight attacking the fighters outright and see if we can get these guys destroyed. Yeah, look at that. That should do it. Yeah, I think this will probably take him down. Getting some shots in on that guy. He is not having a good day having this many. There he goes. Okay, so that's one down. That destroyer is really angry right now. I don't think that went. Let's try that. There we go. Got it. Okay, cool. So once our guys are done fighting against that, they should... Uh-oh, we just lost a... we're going to bump. Oh, well. No collision damage yet. We'll get to that. Oh, man. That is so cool. Just to be absolutely certain, though, let's have them go ahead and attack. I think they already are, though. We may not be able to take this thing out. We'll see what happens. When I first did this run, I actually only had 300 rounds per ship, and we could not take the destroyer out, even at full maximum capacity. Our fighters just were incapable of knocking out the destroyer. It was rather pathetic. So I've gone ahead and moved that up to 1,000 rounds per ship, and now there's definitely enough rounds to take it out. Once again, these burst cannons are pretty useful against other fighters, but they're not terribly useful against larger ships. They actually are more useful than some of the other autocannon styles, but still not the greatest. You really want to use much larger weapon systems like the rocket missiles are actually surprisingly good. They were actually more designed for anti-fighter defense, but the Behringers are an explosive and high penetration round. Those are what you really want to take out bigger ships. But hey, a swarm of fighters with a bunch of little pea cannons will do the job just the same. And there we go. We actually just took it out. Woo, cool. Yeah, I definitely need to work on the explosions a little bit, though, but you get the idea. Anyway, yeah, we got pretty beat up, and there's only 3 of us left, and of those 3, one of them is really jacked up. So that's pretty much it. The only thing I wanted to say, well, first and foremost, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and just have these guys... Come on, there we go. So anyway, yeah, it's definitely got some more work to do, but pretty happy with how things are coming along, especially with the fighting now. Actually feels more interesting than it used to, especially because playing as a fighter pretty much signified that you were going to die. Like, there was just nothing you could do about it. Everything was just terrible as a fighter. So now these guys actually have a fighting chance, and that makes me a lot happier. I did a video of the economy last time, and I'm really happy with that. One of the things that I talked about in the video was it always went to the nearest person purchasing. That's no longer the case. I have made a modification there. It actually does try to maximize its profit. It's actually kind of a weighting system, so it will kind of try to balance between distance of a seller or a buyer and how much they're willing to pay for it. So there's... It's okay. It's not terrible. It actually is a lot better than it used to be, but it's still not great. One of the issues I am running into is it's possible that people can sell, or like a station can sell its goods to somebody else while you're en route, or purchase from another seller while en route, and so you end up losing that sale, and what your ship ends up doing is ultimately flying around in circles as people keep beating you to sales, and that gets kind of frustrating. So I'm thinking about doing a more future system where it basically you just agree with the station that you are going to buy for a certain amount, and they agree that you can sell it to them for a certain amount, and then that gets kind of locked in stone, and that way you won't see the flying around in circles because everybody's pretty much guaranteed to get what they want. But outside of that, getting back to fighting again, just before I end the video, there are a few more things that I want to do in fighting. The biggest is I want to try to add some more weapons, one of which is going to be railguns. And railguns, I think, are going to be a lot of fun in the game. Specifically, it's going to be it may end up a destroyer-only weapon. I haven't quite decided how I want to work that out yet, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the combat. Had a lot of fun doing this, and this time around, it looks like everything worked out pretty well. I've actually filmed this multiple times because I keep running into problems, but I mean, nothing wrong with the AI or anything. It's just I wanted to have a victory, and things don't always turn out that way, especially in real life, huh? But anyway, I hope you guys stay safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and have fun.